Hey everyone, so I'm finally back to do a tag video that I've been meaning to do for a few days now, and this is going to be the Books of 2011 So Far tag, which was created by Book Rat Misty. I will leave her channel in the doobly-doo below. And basically what we're supposed to do is just talk about the books that we've read so far this year, and we have some questions to answer about the books, so let's get into this. The first question is book that you're an evangelist for, and that is definitely Looking for Alaska by John Green. This book is just a perfect novel in my opinion. I had absolutely no problems with anything in this book. Everything in it was so wonderful and well done. John Green is just such an amazing author. This is definitely my favorite book of his, and I just absolutely love this. It also has such a beautiful meaning and such amazing characters. It's just a wonderful book. Please read this if you have not already. It is just so good. Next question is most surprising read so far. And that's definitely Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. And I know that so many people are probably going to pick this book for this question, but it really was very, very surprising for me. Because just looking at the cover of the book, it kind of looks like a cheesy, cliche romance, kind of a chick lit book, but it's so much more than that. It's just, oh, it's so good. The writing's spectacular, the setting, the plot, and the characters are all well developed. I love the writing because Stephanie Perkins is so funny. This book was just so good, and I am so happy I read it. The next question is most disappointing read so far. And unfortunately, that's The Iron Daughter by Julie Kagawa. I was just so disappointed with this book personally. I liked the first book a lot, and I was really excited to read this one, but it just fell really, really flat for me. I don't know. If you like this series, that's perfectly fine. You're entitled to love it, you know. Just because I didn't like it doesn't mean you might hate it too. So try it, you know, check it out for yourself. I was just disappointed personally. The next question is funniest read so far. Easily Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. I just love John Green and David Levithan's writing in this book. It's just so funny. I love the musical. I love the characters. I love Tiny Cooper. I love everything. The meanings of this book. It's just a wonderful, wonderful book. It's more than just funny. There's just so much more into this book than that, but it was really, really hilarious, and I loved it. The next question is favorite cover, and this question has to be published, the book that you're choosing has to be published in the first half of 2011, so January to June, I think. And that's With or Without You by Brian Ferry for me. I just love this cover. It's just, I don't know why, it's just so cool, and I just love how they added the, you know, foggy or dirty window looking out at the school, and it's just such a good cover. I like it a lot, and it even has more on the back a little bit. It looks like that's another window. So it looks like it's like, if you fold it out, it kind of, you know, makes a longer picture, kind of. But it's just a great, great book. I love it, and I love this cover. Check this book out. It's so good. I would put this under Book I'm Evangelist for as well. I just love this book. And the next question is favorite character so far this year, and that is an unbeatable tie between Tiny Cooper from Will Grayson and Eric from With or Without You. Let's start with Tiny Cooper. So what can't be said about Tiny Cooper? He is just a wonderful character. He's so nice, so, you know, inspirational, and he doesn't give a shit about what people thinks about him, and he's just so amazing, and his musical is fabulous, and he's just a wonderful person. I love him. And then we have Eric from With or Without You. The sweetest boyfriend in the world, I swear to God. He is just a wonderful, wonderful person. I mean, like, every scene, you just want to, you know, hug him, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful character. I just love this book so much, and he was a brilliant, brilliant character. The next question is New to You series, and that's Nevermore by Kelly Craig. I'm pretty sure this is called the Nevermore series, but I am not sure. Actually, I'm not pretty sure at all. I'm just kind of giving it that name, actually. However, this was a really, really, really awesome book. I really, really enjoyed this. It basically takes the paranormal romance element and does a complete 180 and makes it completely original, and it's just so good. which is nice and refreshing because most paranormal romance today have been super cliche, you know, love triangles that are completely obvious, and however, this one is nothing like that. It is so good, and I love the elements of Poe in this story. That just makes it a million times better because Poe is a genius. Definitely an amazing debut by Kelly Cray. Check this one out. The next question is most beautifully written book, and so far that is Realm of Possibility by David Levithan. This whole book is just beautifully written. I love David Levithan so much. He is just such an amazing author. It's basically told through poetry, kind of. It's kind of like Ellen Hopkins, I guess you could say. It's not really poetry, but it's like verse, kind of, you know, like prose poetry, kind of. And the story, A Patron Saint of Stoners, is like, on its own, it's the most beautiful story I've ever read. It is so good. I love this book. I want to reread it because it's so good. There's so many amazing things about this book. Oh, I love it. The next question is most thought-provoking book or book that grew on you. And the answer for both of those questions, Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk. Okay, so I'm going to be reviewing this soon, but I just want to say that this book was completely, you know, it was so good. It was thought-provoking and crazy, and just, there's so much in this book that makes it so good. The reason it's so thought-provoking is because it's satire, and it's just done brilliantly. I love it. There's so many scenes in this book that are satire of something, and it seems kind of random at first, but after you think about it, you think, oh, they're satirizing, you know, the beauty era and the people, and how they're completely egotistical, and oh, it's just so good. And it also had to grow on me a lot because the first like 100 pages were kind of confusing. I don't really like that word, actually. It's not really too confusing. It's just it jumps around a lot, so you have to pay attention a little bit more than your average book. But most of it is like satire, so it's like you read a little part of it and you kind of make a revelation in your head that this is satirizing something. So it was just really good. Definitely give it a chance. It is so good. Just get through the first 100 pages and you will love it. I promise you. Promise you. It is awesome. And the next question is book that you would love to be made into a movie. And I'm going to cheat again and pick two books again. Nicholas Dane by Melvin Burgess and Dead End by Jason Myers. I would love to see Nicholas Dane made into a movie because of the setting, personally, because I love England, and the setting of England is just so interesting, and this story is so dark, and just, I can't even describe it. It would make such a good thriller, and I just think that Hollywood would do really well with this book. And I agree with Melissa. I think that Tony Creole should be played by Tim Curry. I mean, come on. They have the same initials. But other than him, I would also maybe cast Ralph Fiennes as Tony Creole, because I think he could do a really good job as him as well. And then we have Dead End by Jason Myers. Another really dark fictional book that could be made into a really good movie. Because this is just so thrilling, I could not put it down. Even though it was kind of dark and gruesome at times, I still kept reading it, and it was just, I couldn't put it down, and I think this would make a wonderful thriller movie, and just, it would be so good. And I'd probably either pick Liam Neeson or Ralph Fiennes to play the villain in this one. I think they could both do a great job. And the last question is wish list for the last half of 2011. So the first book is Kill All Enemies by Melvin Burgess, Perfect by Ellen Hopkins, Every You, Every Me by David Levithan, Fateful by Claudia Gray, Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, Damned by Chuck Palahniuk, and Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. So that's my tag. I'm just going to tag anyone that wants to do it. I tag you. You make this video and do it and send it as a video response to Book Rats Misty. Yes, I got her name right. Send it to her and check her out. She's a really great YouTuber. She's really nice. So, yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time with hopefully another review of some sort. So, have a nice day. See you guys later.